Well, hey everybody, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. How are you? Are you having a great week? I really hope you are, and I hope you're here to learn all about zoning out, especially when your teen seems to just lose it when working on homework, when studying, and you see the eyes glaze over, and you go, okay, where's his mind? Where's her mind at right now? So if this sounds familiar, drop a number 1 for me down below if you know your teen does in fact zone out. You've seen it yourself and you want to know, what do we do about it? How do I help? So we're going to talk about this, but before we do, I want to encourage you to join my Facebook group, Students Aiming for A's, if you're not already a member, because I will be providing other study tips in that group that are going to help your teen, help your tween learn to focus. So what do we do when your kid loses focus, when zones out? Well, we got to first realize when your kid is actually zoned out. Do we have a way of recognizing that? Because moms and dads, you might know it, you might see it, and your kid might not have figured out what that looks like yet, what that feels like. So I want your teens to realize, oh, I am currently zoned out. So that is kind of tip number 1 for you, is we've got to recognize what that looks like, what that feels like. Because I gotta tell you, parents, if you see it and you go, hey, why aren't you studying? Or hey, where are you? Where's the focus at? And your kid's like, hey, I'm focused, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, there's gonna be a disconnect there. So we've got to help your teen practice focusing. Now, this is an awesome time of year to do that as we're between semesters on break, because I can tell you, your kids are going to be doing activities right now that are going to require focus, whether it's reading a book, whether it's hanging outside, if you've got snow and building snowmen and all that stuff, whether it's playing video games, or whether it's talking to friends online or in person. So all of those activities require focus. So if your teen loves to play games for hours and hours, well, help your teen realize that that focus is happening, and if there's ever a time when he dies, if it's a shooter game, or maybe he falls off a cliff because he didn't see it there because he wasn't focusing, on the map in the game, those are all examples of your teen having opportunities to figure out, when am I not focused? When did I zone out? So I've got one other big tip I want to give for you once we're able to identify the zoning out. But before I do, I want to encourage you to become a follower of my business page on Facebook. So if you're not already following Ace Cookie Tutoring and have the notifications turned on, I encourage you to turn those on, become a follower, so you'll always catch these videos live. I do also have a YouTube channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. So let's see here. Second thing, once we know what it looks like, once your teen knows, okay, yes, I do zone out, and this is what happens, this is what it feels like, then we've got to figure out, how do we snap them out of it? What do we do to stop that zoning out? How do we get that focus back? How do we, really do what we're supposed to do? Well, I want you to practice this break as well. I will tell you that once we know what the zoning out looks like, feels like, then we've got to actually come up with a method to snap back to it. How do we snap out of the zoning out, the glassed eyes, the having no idea what we're working on? Well, for me, it can be as simple as standing up. It can be as simple as some action that seems really silly to you, which might be like touching your nose, For some reason, okay, I'm lost focus, I touch my nose, I'm like, why did I touch my nose, And so something that isn't an action that you would normally do, or that your teen would normally do, is going to help you help your teens get that focus back, stop zoning out. Okay, so again, like I said, your teen is probably doing lots of things over break that have nothing to do with school, but yet they're going to require focus, and yet your teen might zone out while doing these things. So I know for me, I sit and watch too much TV, I'm eventually just a couch potato, and so if I stand up, it's like, oh, blood's flowing, mind is actually working now, I'm thinking, and, that's what it took for me to snap out of it. For your teen, like I said, try something that is different than what they're currently doing, and it can even be something, like I said, that seems kind of silly, something that they don't normally do, and they go, oh, well, if I do this, then that's because I've lost focus, and oh, I'm zoning out, but now that I know I've done this, let's go back to what I actually should be doing? What do I need to do? And I will tell you too that, like I said, we're on break, so try to have your teens find something they can do at home and at school. Something like touching your nose is something they could do while at their desk at school, while they're working at homework in the study hall, before or after school on the bus. So find something, have them practice things. It doesn't have to be a big action, just something that's enough of an action that they realize, oh, I've zoned out. Oh, doing this is going to bring me back to reality. So thanks so much for watching. If you've got questions, my group is a perfect place to ask those, whether it's about zoning out, whether it's about focus in general, or even just organization. So join the group so you can ask the questions that you need, that your child has, so we can help you guys, help your teens get focused and have an awesome second semester. So thank you for watching. Have a great night, and be sure to click the link in the description so you can join the group. And once you do, all you've got to do is answer a couple questions and you'll be in. Thanks so much.